Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, my name is Cassie of Canada. Thank you for coming back to my channel to watch my videos. And if you're just joining for the very first time, in this channel I talk about scholarship, admissions, lifestyles in Canada, my experiences in Canada. I'm an international student living in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Yeah. So as you all know, it's been a long while I posted the content. I think around a month. It's around a month now. So I will explain why I did that break. So I'm hoping to resume back. This semester was one of the strongest semester I've done in the entirety of my life. Both from my BSc days, primary school days. This semester has been is the strongest. So I had to take that break. It was very important for me. I was doing 3 courses. I say it's 3 courses, but that 3 courses was very, very strong. I need to focus. I was doing a lot of coding assignments, exams in between. I had tests every week. I had 3 tests. It was a lot, so there was no time for me to be planning content, doing things. I needed to go to work, focus on my studies. So I just said, okay, for a month, let me just keep aside and focus on my studies so that I'm looking for a grade, not just a grade, I'm looking for a good grade. So that was why I took a little bit time to post. But I think we have finished second semester. I'm done with my exam. I'm free now, and I'll be resuming by May 5th. So by May 5th, I'll be in my second semester. So I'm so happy. I can't wait. So primarily my program has first semester, 1 internship. So I just completed my second semester. I'll be entering my third semester by May. That is May to August. That'll be my third semester. Then September to December will be my 4th semester before I go for my internship. So yeah, so that is that. So in today's video, I just want to make it very short. I don't want to keep the video very long. Do you understand? So I just want to talk briefly about how I came to Canada, what's transpired, what happened, my story behind coming to Canada and all that. So I don't want this video to be long, but if it gets long, but I just hope you enjoy my story. Yeah. So ever since when I was younger, I always had a dream, like every other person, to always further your education abroad. So this dream didn't become calling until my university days. So basically when I was in 300 level, that's when I started the planning. So I started the planning. On my mind was that Canada, if it's not Canada, nothing more. If it's not Canada, no any other country. I don't know. If you ask me why did I choose Canada, I would say I don't know why. Just like when you fall in love with someone, if they ask you why do you love someone, you don't just know. Most of the time, if it's genuine love, you just love this person, So that's why I just love Canada. I just want to see myself in Canada. So I don't just know. I just love Canada as a country on its own. You understand? Then I noticed that for me to further my education abroad, there are some certain things I need to do. It's not just saying I want to come to Canada. There are protocols, there are requirements you need to meet. So I noticed that in my 200 level, first of all, I need to make this easy for myself. I need to to get a 2-1, to make at least a 2-1. In Nigeria, we call it second class upper. So at that stage, I wanted to make a first class, but at that point, my 200 level, I had 1 year more. When I calculated my estimated grade, my projection that I could graduate with, I know that getting a first class is extremely difficult or not possible. But I still had hope. You understand? When there's life, there's hope. But I know that it's really difficult, so I just focused that okay, it's 2-1. I cannot get nothing less than 2-1, because getting 2-1 is a requirement for getting your master's program, especially in Canada. If you don't have 2-1, if you get less than 2-1, you're going to really struggle, especially pursuing your master's in Canada. I've heard some other countries like US, if you have a third class, if you had a low 2-2, you can actually like still do your masters. So far, maybe other factors of your applications are strong. Maybe your GRE, your 12th exam, your research capabilities are strong. All those ones can cover the loopholes of your weak grade. But for Canada, you still have to like meet that grade. You still have to have like at least 2-1 to have hope. You understand? Canada is more difficult that like, because in US they have a lot of schools, they have a lot of funding. They check, they are bigger, so they are a little bit like flexible. Canada is flexible, but they have their own standard that if you don't meet 2-1, it will be very difficult for you. Except you are not going for a master's, or except you are going for a poly, or you are going for a college, or you are going for a diploma. You understand? But if you're a master's for a serious university, for a top university in Canada, you need to have 2-1. So that mentality stuck in my brain. I said I must graduate from, because my current school then was University of Benin. Yeah. So to cut the long story short, I think I'm going to divide this video into 2 parts. I don't want to make it long. So as God will have it, I graduated with I finished with a second class upper 2-1. Near escape. I escaped. You know that I had like, there's 2-1, there's 2-1, there's 2-1 is like 4 point something, 3 point. I escaped for my school. 3.5 is 2-1, so I just jump in. You understand? It was really it was not easy, but I thank you for that. So first of all, I met the requirements. I make sure I graduated with 2-1. So immediately I saw my final results, I started to like plan what next. So after my convocation, I attended University of Benin. After my convocation, I said, okay, what is the next thing? The next thing was to get my transcript ready. Okay, then immediately I collected my degree certification. Like after my convocation, the next day or 2 days later after my convocation, I collected my degree certificate. I also collected my statement of results. Like I had everything that week of graduation. I didn't want to waste time. Do you understand? Then before I went back to Lagos, I make sure that I applied for my transcript. Then I got my transcript within 30 days. So basically, I had the main documents. I had my degree certificate. I had my transcript. That is 30 days later. I had my statement of results. Then before I left, so as I was saying, before I left, during those period of graduation ceremony, so I made sure that I contacted like 3 of my close lecturers that I'm close with, that have taught me during my BSc. So there were 3 professors that I met. I told them in advance that sir, I have a plan to study in Canada and I'm preparing, and I will need you to help me write recommendation letter or recommend me for a master's program abroad. And they said, why not? And build that relationship with them. Okay, this guy is a good student, okay, serious, normally come to class, he does assignments and all that. They said, why not? Then I collected their contact, because you need their name, their university mail, their name, and I think their phone number and their title. Maybe they are professor of the course they are teaching you. You just need their profile, something like that. Then I went back to Lagos. Then after that was done, the next thing was now thinking about the school I want to apply to and the course I want to apply to. So all along it has been computer science. Although then I was very good in mathematics, so I wanted something that involved like more mathematics and computer, since I studied computer in my BSc. But at the same time, I said, since I studied computer science in my BSc, it wouldn't be bad if I just go for the same computer science, since maths and computer science are related. So I just said, okay, that's fine, let me just go for computer science. So I figured out that I want to study masters on computer science. That is one thing. Then the next thing for me to figure out was, okay, Canada, there are a lot of schools in Canada. So what school will I want to choose, or what route will I want to like pass through? So I started to research. You have to research, I know most of them give agents to do all this stuff for them, but you have to know what you are doing. You are going for a master's program. You have to at least have that intellectual capability to do some things by yourself. So I determined that there were two routes. There were research masters and there were course-based masters. So normally I don't like research. I don't like anything. I know research. Once you are a research student, you get some funds. You get some stipend. They pay you for researching. They pay your school fees to come. All those benefits. But regardless of the incentive, I will collect. I don't just like research to get, and I'm not ready for it. I just want. Let me just do my course-based masters, go to the industry. I don't want to be writing papers, all those academia. Not that I can't do them, you understand, or that I'm lazy. It's not just my thing or my preference, you understand. So I later determined, okay, let me go for a coursework. So coursework masters. That one you have to like pay your school fees yourself, do everything yourself, all the bills yourself. School is not giving you anything except maybe there's a scholarship for new student coming in. That's when they can give you maybe some discounts, but in some cases it's rare. But that is that. Then after that, I started to figure out the school I wanted to. So I was figuring out the school based on my grade, because there are a lot of top schools in Canada. The University of Toronto, MCG University, Waterloo University, Riyasi University, University of Alberta, those top schools. So you have to like calculate it, your profile, what your profile is, what your grade is. So you have to know the university that at least match your profile, or you can have like some short. So don't say you have faith, be realistic, work with what you have. So I eliminated some schools and came down to some middle schools and decided to give myself some short to those schools. So I applied for like 3 schools. I remember I applied to University of Saskatchewan. The name is confusing. I applied to University of there are a lot of schools I applied to. University of Saskatchewan. I applied to Memorial University. I applied to what school again? I applied to University of New Brunswick. Yeah, so I applied to this first 3 school first. So the first school, I started, okay, even though it was course based, I wanted, okay, since I'm applying to 3 schools, let me apply to 2 schools for course based, then the last school for a research masters. You understand? Then I applied, and I was praying, God, please let me get an admission, because that is the first step. Then like 2 months later, I started to get a decision, and the first decision that I applied for a research base, I got rejection letter. Their normal story, they always say there were a lot of competitive application, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, we won't be taking you at this time. This does not mean your application is not strong. It just means like they will give you a lot of stories. So that one made me sad. I said, okay, I had 2 more schools. So some weeks later, both schools dropped, all rejection letter. So I said, nice one. So yeah, I know that it won't be easy, because it pay me though, because then you'll be paying application fee, and paying application fee is not an easy tax. For those 3 schools, you'll be paying over $300, close to $400. You calculate $400 in naira, you should know the pain to pay all this application fee and getting denied. So I didn't allow those stuff to like discourage me. I said, okay, nice one. What did I do wrong? How can I re-strategize? So I started to say, okay. That period was during when I went for NYC. I was paying for my NYC. So I went for my NYC. I served at Port Harcourt. Yeah, I served at Port Harcourt finally. Though I was posted to somewhere at Kano, at Kaduna, but trust my mom, they won't allow me to go. So I have to stay back and apply again, and hopefully I was posted to Port Harcourt. So during my stay, that 1 year, I had to say I must leave Nigeria like immediately after my NYC program. So most of my allowee, then we were paying us the 3K. Most of my allowees and most of my side hustle job, always 1 or 2 money entering my account. Then I was like saving them. So I decided to apply for another 3 schools. So I applied for Bishop University. Bishop University is in Quebec. I don't know if you guys know Quebec. I also applied for University of Winnipeg in Manitoba. Then I applied for, there's one university I applied for, Brock University. Yeah, Brock University is in Waterfall, near Toronto. I think around it's in Ontario, close to Toronto. Brock University is a good university and a small university. So I applied to those 3 universities. I think in total I've applied to like 7 universities looking for admission. You understand? You can see even with my 2-1 I struggled to get admission. So I've already determined that if after all this I didn't get admission, I'm going to like face UK, or I'm going to face another country. There's a country called Estonia. It's an Europe country. I don't know if you guys heard about it. So there's a country called Estonia. I was planning to either try out Estonia and UK at the same time if my Canada admission does not work, because I've applied to like 3 schools, 5 schools. I'm not getting admission. Do you understand? Estonia is a good country. You can check it out. And why I also choose UK, because it's easy. You can easily get admission. It's fast. It's easier compared to Canada. And why I love Estonia is because they had some scholarship and they are very cheap. It's an Europe country. So I determined that if Canada does not work, I said I go to Estonia or I go to UK. So I applied for another Canadian admission again. Then the first decision came out, I got a rejection. Second one came out, I got a rejection. That is 6th university. Yeah, then the 7th one is the 7th one. That is Bishop University in Quebec. I think it's the 6th one or so. I got the admission. When I saw the admission offer, I was so happy. When they say congratulations, you have been admitted to the Department of Computer Science, MSc Computer Science. Your program will be beginning by 2024. Do you understand? I was so happy. So I was like, I was overwhelmed. So I discovered that okay, I'm moving. I've gotten an admission in Canada. That is a great fit. What is the next thing? The next thing is to start applying for your visa applications. All this, your papers, booking flight, all this stuff. I was already like imagine myself in Canada. So I said, what is the next thing for my visa application? Okay, I said, okay, what document do I need? I determined that I will need to get my passport. Then I've not done my passport, I've not done my passport because all these processes I did it myself. I didn't use agent, so I was doing research, taking my time. This I don't know, I asked research, So it helped me a lot. I was able to know how this process works and even later teach other people how to do this stuff. You get. So I applied for my passport. After then, I said, what next? Started preparing the papers for my visa application. I noticed that for you to go to Quebec, there are some extra stuff you need to get. You need to get the student, they call it CAQ. CAQ. There's a French name they call it. So you need, it's like a French, plus your study permit. You need that permit for you to come to their province to study. So I discovered I needed that certificate or that paper. So I applied for that. I got it within 20 days. They call it CAQ. I've forgotten the full name. It's a French name. Yeah, CAQ. For those of you in Quebec. So because you need that to apply for your study visa. Yes, and so with that you can now apply for your study visa. If you are going to that province, you know that Quebec is the French region of Canada. So they do most of their stuff differently and nice though. It's cool. And I started to learn French. I love French because to give you an advantage, you know French, you know English, I started to learn French. You understand? I started to plan for my proof of fund. So I started to learn what I need for my visa application. I knew that I will need my sponsor. I will need sponsor, I'll need my admission letter, which I had. I will need my CAQ, the French permit that allows me to come to that province. I will need there's some document that I will need, a lot of documents into your international passports, your sponsor, why do you want to come to Canada, your medical stuff. So there is a lot of process. So after I got those documents, told my parents, they were happy for me, they were ready to support me. Then I went for my medicals. We call it upfront medicals. So for those of you who have done this process, so I'm just giving a summary. I don't want to go into details, so it will be long. So I went for my medicals at IOM. So you can either do your medical at either IOM or Q Life. Q Life is in Lagos Island, while IOM is in Ikeja. Yeah, Ikeja. So I chose IOM because it's bigger. Not that anyone is the best, but just because IOM is kind of bigger and popular or something like that. I did it there. Then I got my medical results. I had an A. Yeah, I was alright. My body was fine and fresh. You understand? So I had an A there. So all my documents was ready. Then I discovered it was time to apply for my visa. So I started watching tutorial, YouTube, day and night, consuming data, how to apply for this, how to create an account, how to use GCP portal, how to use RLCC. I didn't know what RLCC means then. I was just new to this game, you get. But with my consistent research, I was able to feed my mind a lot of this process. So finally, I applied. Yeah, I applied for my visa. Then I started to wait. That time you'll be very serious, you'll be praying, you'll be fasting, you won't want to tell lies, you won't want to commit sin so that God can answer your prayer. You understand? So I was very conscious, I was praying, day and night, fasting and praying, if you look for my trouble, I would say God bless you, something like that. So I just wanted my visa approved without no much issue. I just want to leave. My mind was I need to leave. So I applied on is it May? No, I applied on June 8th, 2024. June 8, 2024. Then my visa decision came out on June 28th, June 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I can remember that vividly. So I got an email from RLC. You have a decision. Anytime you see that kind of email, you'll be fearful, you just want it to be positive. But unfortunately, when I opened, I saw we are sorry, unfortunately your visa has not been approved at this time. That heartbreak that heartbreak was so bad. I felt so, I didn't eat throughout that day. So but at the time when one guy like nearly wound me, I say, Baba, I will need to eat something. But I was not just happy yet. So I told my parents, to my family, they always want to comfort you. They always want to comfort you, but it was not comforting me at all because I knew that he paid me a lot. So, and I said, okay, what can I do next? What can I do next? So I started to re-strategize. I started to apply. I had to defer my admission to January because I was supposed to go that for September 2024. I had to defer the admission to January winter 2024. No, I was supposed to go the first decision. I was supposed to go for 2023, right? Yeah, for 2023. So I had to defer the admission to winter 2024. You understand? So and have time to re-strategize. My parent wanted me to defer the admission to fall 2024. I said no, it's too far. A lot of things can happen. You don't know what's happening. So I have to take control and be in charge because I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing. I was confident in my capabilities. So I said no, let's shift it to January winter. So that's how we shifted it, and I had to plan out to what went wrong. I ordered for my GCMS notes. We saw 30 days later, we saw that they said I didn't prove my relationship with my father. I was surprised, I didn't prove me that I proved everything, showed my birth certificate with my and my dad, because my dad was my sponsor. I showed pictures, family pictures. I showed proof of support, previous support. I showed a lot of things. Then they also said insufficient balance, so it is not enough for my. I said okay, maybe that could be true or something. For that relationship, I did that. Maybe they didn't see it. So when I studied this loophole, I said okay, nice one. Let me calm down, know what next. So yeah, this is the end of the first part. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to be doing the next video, like the part 2 of the storyline in the next video. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, because it gets me going. And don't forget to share with friends and family. And I remain Cassie of Canada, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.